My name is Kenta Yonesaka, and we're here at Germanos Studios in New York City, and I'm a recording engineer here. I can't really remember the first single I've ever bought, but it has to be one of these used record stores that my friends and I used to hang out around. It's probably some, punk rock CD, Bad Brains or Minor Threat or something like that. I grew up in a city called Sapporo in Japan. It's a pretty big city, and there was always a thriving music scene happening. So, I would jump into different scenes and listen to all types of music that was happening. My very first studio experience I had was when I was with my punk rock band hanging out. So I was in that scene in Sapporo in Japan. And we got asked to record in a compilation album, 2 songs. So I do remember that when I was probably 15, 16 or so, we got to go into a concert venue after hours, and they had an early Pro Tools rig set up, and we're recording. At this point, I've been in the sound engineering world for a hot minute. I worked up starting as an intern. The assistant engineer, very traditional route of, kind of going up the studio ranks that a lot of kids my generation really don't get to experience. There's really not many opportunities like that anymore. So I'm very glad that, I got to come up in that manner. I did a lot of live sound back then, but I was already kind of delving into the, kind of the basic mechanics of the recording world and stuff. I was trying to rig something, for a show with our live console, and I wanted reverb. So I remember going in to my little interface into GarageBand, off an aux end, and tapping off the reverb off that, and then feeding it back in. So I was kind of, I was delving into kind of that desktop recording world. So a very important part of kind of moving to the next level is to be prepared for any moment that comes by. So, when you're in a recording studio, the stakes are very high, and there's lots of high pressure situations that happen, and this is something that, going back, a lot of kids my generation can't get to experience. When the norm right now is home recording and a very minimal staffed sessions kind of thing. So as an assistant engineer, I got to sit in on these very high pressure with lots of talent, lots of moving parts at once. If you learn how to manage those situations and be prepared for any moment that comes by, I think you'll be ready to, move to that next level. I don't remember a particular moment where it kind of start clicking, but there was definitely a time period where, I had that confidence where I could jump in, and and I guess that's something that it's easily read by people, I guess. So, there was a period where I would start jumping in on sessions where whenever there was an extra engineer needed, I was there, to put those 16-hour days in, and jumped on every opportunity, and somehow got here.